session and let me share my screen. Two people are jumped after first session. Right, okay. So, okay, fine. So that's why we are going to, okay, create a small tables, and we are going to maintain a relationship. So that's why we are going to create a small tables, and we are going to create a relationship between the tables using a common column. This common column will help you to maintain the relationship between the tables. Okay, just 1 minute, someone pinged me. There is reactions option next to record. Okay. Yeah, Hari, I'm giving you the recording permissions. Hari, you can record the session. Okay, right. Right. So that is a table. So we just discussed about the table, right? Table is a collection of rows and columns. Okay. So vertical entity is a column and horizontal entity is a row. Okay, fine. So any questions, any doubts as of now? Any issues?
No, Shanmugh, we are clear.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, right. So let's start with the versions of the SQL Server. So we'll start our sessions from versions. Okay, we have different versions in the SQL Server. So let's just start with the versions of the SQL Server. So we are going to use these nodes. Okay, so 50% of the course is covered in this notepad only. Okay, so we are going to follow this notepad from today onwards, right? Yeah, any questions? Right. Praveen, let me give you recording permissions. Yes, Praveen, you can record. Right, okay. So, right. So that is all about the tables and all. Very small intro. Later I'll explain, okay. While creating the tables, I'll tell you how to create a table. Okay, how to insert records into the table. So we'll discuss everything. So don't worry about those things and all. So that is about the RDBMS. That is how databases came into the market. So Microsoft, okay, who is the vendor for this SQL Server? Microsoft. Microsoft invented the SQL Server earlier in the 80s. Earlier in the 80s, Microsoft actually didn't invented this SQL Server by its own. Microsoft bought Sybase. We have another database called Sybase. Microsoft just buy that Sybase company and Sybase logic. Then it just developed that particular logic. Then it just okay invented the Microsoft SQL Server. So Microsoft by its own it doesn't invented the SQL Server. This is the logic of the Sybase. Microsoft buy that Sybase company and its logic. So from then onwards, it was like Microsoft introduced this Microsoft SQL Server. So we have versions. What is the version of the SQL Server? What is meant by version? Okay, version means an updated software copy is called a version of the SQL Server. An updated software copy is called a version. Okay, earlier you know right how to use the laptops and all. Earlier you know the operating systems. Earlier we have Windows XP, okay, Windows Home Basic, Windows Vista, Windows Premium, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Windows 10. Now currently we are using Windows 10, and in the future coming like in I guess in 6 months Windows 11 is also coming. Okay, right. So these are the versions of the Windows operating system, right? Right, we have a lot of versions of the Windows operating system. In the same way, SQL Server also versions. We have versions in the SQL Server. Earlier it was invented in the 80s, but it was started using by publics in the 90s. Okay, it was started using by public in the 90s. 1997 the first copy of the SQL Server is released to the public. It was not that much famous. Okay, then in the era of 2000, okay, then Microsoft released one more copy called SQL Server 2000. Here you can see, right? These are the versions of the SQL Server. 2000 means it was released in the year of 2000. 2005 means it was released in the year of 2005. So like this, we have versions in the Oracle. If you go to Oracle, like we have 677G, like 11, 10C, something like that we have. But in the SQL Server, we are going to call the versions with the help of that name, in which year it was released. We are going to call that version with the help of that year name. Okay, year number and all. So from SQL Server 2000 onwards, it was very famous. This SQL Server 2000 turns the life of the Microsoft, turns the life of the database. Microsoft purely depends upon the graphical user interface, right? So that everyone can easily understand, right? Because of Microsoft only nowadays we are using these laptops and all. Okay, that much flexibility is there with the graphical user interface. Otherwise, if only like a command user interface UI, okay, no one can access, no one can learn anything. Okay, so it will be very difficult to understand the computer and all. Microsoft invented that logic, and it just prepared to like make the things simpler by just inventing the graphical user interface in the Windows as well as in the database also. So right, so then Microsoft invented in the year of 2000, it just released one more version, SQL Server 2000. Forget about these numbers. I'll explain what are these numbers and all. Again, these are the build numbers. Okay, so how it is going to be useful and all, I'll tell you. Okay, as of now, don't worry about these numbers, I'll tell you later. After 5 years, any questions please? Right, in case if you don't have question, let me check. Someone is unmuted. Right. Okay. So later, after 5 years, Microsoft invented a second copy. Second copy means another version, another new version. Right? You know, right? Apple iPhone, usually Apple iPhone 6 is there, 7 is there, Apple iPhone 8 is there, 9 is there, 10, SE, 11, 12 is also coming, right? So in the same way, they are going to update the phones. There is a lot of difference between Apple iPhone 5 and Apple iPhone 10, Apple iPhone 10 and Apple iPhone 12. Very big difference is there, right? Extra features and all going to be introduced. The interface is going to be changed. The features are going to be changed. Okay, the structure, the physical structure of the phone is also going to be changed. Everything, right, is going to change, right? In the same way, Microsoft is going to, okay, release the new versions by just introducing new features and all. Okay, it is going to introduce new features in every version. It is going to introduce new features in every version. So we have SQL. So forget about the 97. It was not famous. Okay, you can leave it. So if anyone asked on what versions of the SQL Server you worked, you can tell from SQL Server 2000, or else SQL Server 2000 is almost all 21 years old, right? Now 2021, and it was released in the year of 2000. So almost all 21 years. Most of the companies won't use SQL Server 2000, right? So Microsoft also don't support 2000. The same example I'll give you, the Apple iPhone. Once Apple is invented, or else once Apple is released or introduced any new iPhone, it will stop supporting the old iPhones. Why? If still it is supporting the old iPhones, who will buy the new iPhones? Right? People won't buy the new iPhones, he won't get the business, right? So in the same way, Microsoft also stopped supporting for most of the versions. What happened if Microsoft stopped support? What happened? What will happen in case if it was stopped? Okay, nothing will happen. You can, yes, any questions? Yes, in case Microsoft stops the support, nothing will happen. You can use the database software, but in case of any issues, you cannot contact Microsoft support team. They won't support you. You will have a warranty, right? If you bought any item, if you buy any item, you will get a warranty, right? Might be 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Okay, in if the product is in warranty, they are not going to charge, right? In case the product is damaged and all, they won't charge. It depends upon the damage. Okay, they won't charge. After warranty period is over, then they are going to charge you, right? In the same way, we have Microsoft support team. If something happened with the database, you can call to the Microsoft support team. If your DBAs, database administrators, are unable to fix it, okay, then you can call to Microsoft team, and Microsoft team will help you to fix those issues. Okay, that is called Microsoft support. So that kind of support is not there for older versions. Okay, 2000 there is no Microsoft support, 2005 also no Microsoft support, 2008 8 r to 2012 support is also ended. Okay, but still you can use the softwares, no issues, nothing, no one will stop you. You have to pay, you are paying the money, so no one will ask you, but there will be no support from the Microsoft in case if some issues are there with the database. Not only support, not only issues, they won't release the updates also. Usually we will have updates, right? We are using smartphone, right? In the smartphones we are going to use phone pay, or else Google Pay, or else Microsoft, this one, sorry, WhatsApp, lot of apps we are using, right? Every time these apps are going to be updated automatically, right? Why? Because updates are available, updates are going to be pushed by that particular vendors, so that's why they are going to be updated automatically. But if the software is expired, or else if the support is ended by the Microsoft, they won't release any updates. Means if you don't patch, if you don't apply the updates, there is a security threats also. Might be people can hack the databases. Okay, so that's why usually whenever Microsoft introduced any new versions, people are trying to upgrade their old version of SQL servers to new version of the SQL servers. Okay, so let's see the versions. What are the versions are there till now? SQL Server 2000. Then later in the year of 2005, it was invented. It was introduced in 2005. Then after 3 years, 2008. In the same 2008 year, it was released one more version, different version, that is called Release 2. 2008 R2. R2 means Release 2, right? And then after 4 years, SQL Server 2012, then SQL Server 2014, then SQL Server 2016, and then SQL Server 2017, and then latest version is SQL 2019. 2 years back it came. The latest version is SQL 2019. Very, very, very important things. Okay, in the next class I'll ask you everyone what are the versions of the SQL servers. Very important. Very, very important. It should be on the tip of your tongue. Okay, SQL Server 2000, 2005, 8, 8R2, 12, 14, 16, 17, 19. These are the versions. It was released. These versions are released by the Microsoft till now. Might be in the futures, might be in the future, might be we may get 2022 SQL Server 2022 or SQL Server 2023. So we don't know. Okay, might be Microsoft can introduce any new versions, but till now we have this many versions. Okay, SQL Server 2000, 2005, 8, 8R2, 12, 14, 16, 17, 19. Remember guys, SQL Server is an application, right? Right. So WhatsApp is an application where you can install this WhatsApp. Where we can install the WhatsApp?
Operating system.
Very good. We are going to install. Someone started the video, I guess. Can you please stop the video? In case if anyone started the video. Yeah, fine. Okay. So any application, to install any application, we should have operating system. What is this operating system? Operating system is nothing but an interface between you and the machine. OS, we are going to call OS, operating system, is an interface between the user. User means you only. Between the user and the machine. Machine means what? We are going to call the servers as machines. Your laptop is a machine. Server is a machine. Okay, so OS, with the help of operating system only, we can do whatever we want in the laptop, right? You want to create a folder. How can you create a folder in case if there is no operating system installed? You want to copy some files. How can you copy the files without operating system? Right? In other words, it is the life of that particular product. Okay, a bare metal can do nothing without operating system. Imagine you go to the shop or you just order a laptop from the any vendor, right? Like we have Lenovo, we have Dell, HP, lot of companies are there. Once you just bought this laptop, they are going to install the operating system. Why? Because if they don't install operating system, you cannot use that particular laptop, right? So operating systems are very useful. Without operating system, no machine will run, right? So in case if you want to install any application, SQL Server is also an application. Okay, please stop the video again. Someone started the video. Yeah, okay. So Microsoft SQL Server is also an application. So this application can be installed on any operating systems. This SQL Server we can install only on the operating systems. On what kind of operating systems we can install? On Windows operating systems. How many types of Windows operating systems are there? Can anyone tell me? Types of
Two types:
Windows operating system. What are those two types?
desktop operating system,
Very
server
good.
operating system.
Okay. So we have desktop operating system, which is desktop OS, and we have server operating system. Okay, server OS. Desktop operating systems. Okay, your Windows 7, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 8, Windows 8.1. Okay, Windows 7, Windows 8. Windows 8 point is also 8.1 is also released, but it was not famous. Windows 10. Currently, we are all most of the people are using Windows 10. These are all desktop operating systems. You can install your SQL Server either on desktop operating systems, means on your laptop, right? Or else we can install the SQL Server on server operating systems also. We have different server operating systems also. Okay, these two are Microsoft products. Remember, SQL Server is a Microsoft product. Windows desktop operating system is a Microsoft product. Windows Server operating system is also Microsoft product. Means SQL servers are platform dependent. What is meant by platform dependent? Platform dependent means you can install the SQL servers only on Windows products, Windows operating systems up to SQL Server 2016. Up to SQL Server 2016, you can install SQL servers on any of the Windows operating systems. Either you can go with desktop operating systems or you can go with server operating system. But in the organization, we don't use desktop operating systems to install the SQL servers. We are going to use server operating systems. Why we use server operating systems? Desktop operating systems has lot of challenges. Okay, see now you people are using the laptops, right? We are using the laptops. What is the max RAM till now? Till now the public are using laptops, right? What is the maximum RAM we just see till now? Might be 12 GB or 24 GB. Hardly 24 GB RAM laptops are there. I don't know, but hardly 12 GB, 16 GB laptops are there. 16 GB RAM laptops are there. There is a challenge with the desktop operating systems. You cannot increase your storage. You cannot increase the RAM how much you want, but that can be achieved using the server operating systems. Enhancements are there. 256 GB RAM machines will be there. 512 GB RAM machines will be there. RAM, not storage. There is a difference between RAM and storage. We are using 8 GB, 12 GB, 16 GB, hardly 24 GB also. Till now I didn't see 24 GB machine also in the market. Okay, so in case if you want to increase the RAM, you can increase it up to 24 GB, but in the organization 24 GB is the basic RAM. For small applications we are going to use 24 GB machines. Mostly you will have 64 GB, 128 GB, mostly 24 to 64 GB RAM machines. Servers will be there. Servers, why? Because these servers should be up and running. Once your work is completed, you are going to shut down your laptop, okay, and you will keep it aside, right? Laptop won't run for 24/7, right? But servers has to run 24/7. It's not like once your shift is completed, okay, chalo, I'll shut down my server, okay, I'll go to home. Nothing like that. Servers should run 24/7. Okay, in case you shut down the server, the application will be down. Okay, so the application won't work. Imagine if your Amazon is not working for 5 minutes, or if your WhatsApp is not working for 5 minutes. Okay, so lot of challenges, business, okay, business loss will be there. So servers won't shut down at all. Okay, if we are not going to use the servers, then only they are going to shut down it. Usually those servers should be up and running 24/7. So for that, the desktop operating systems are not sufficient. So Microsoft introduced one more operating system called server operating systems. So in the organization, we are going to use server operating systems to install the SQL servers. Like how we are having different versions of the SQL servers, we are also having different versions of the Windows servers. Like we have Windows 7, 8, 8.1, 10, right? In the same way, in the Windows operating systems also we have different versions. Remember, these are the application versions. SQL Server, this is the application version, okay? And Windows is an operating system version, okay? Operating system. For the first 2-3 days, guys, don't worry, it will be like kind of theory. Later, okay, we can start the demo part and also don't worry, might be you may feel some kind of okay, irritation if you already knows the things. Okay, so don't worry about it, but of course everyone don't know everything, right? So that's why we are explaining everything, right? So we have Windows Server
Okay, Shanmugh.
yeah, so we have Windows Server operating systems also. Okay, so in the organizations we are going to use these operating systems, either Windows Server 2000 or Windows Server 2003 or Windows Server 2008, Windows Server 2008 R2, Windows Server 2012, Windows Server 2012 R2, Windows Server 2016. The latest is Windows Server 2019 is also there. Windows Server, don't confuse between SQL Server versions and Windows Server versions. Okay, it looks same. We have Windows Server 2000 is there, we have SQL Server 2000 is there. We have SQL Server 2005 is there, we don't have SQL Server 2005. We have Windows Server 2003 is there, we don't have Windows Server SQL Server 2003. And we have 2008 for both SQL and Windows servers, and we have 2008 R2 for both SQL and Windows, and we have 2012 for SQL, 2012 for Windows, and we have 2012 R2 for Windows, but we don't have 2012 R2. And we have 2014, there is no 2014 for Windows servers, and we have 2016. Okay, we have Windows Server 2016 also, and there is no Windows Server 2017, and we have SQL Server 2019, and we have Windows Server 2019 also. Don't confuse, might be okay here in the 2003 there is no 2003, 2005 is there in the SQL Server. Okay, right? We have 2014 is there for SQL Server, there is no 2014 for Windows Server. 2017 is also not there for Windows Server. So don't confuse again. Okay, these two are very, very, very important. Okay, read it or by heart it, whatever you want to do, just do it. But next class I'll ask you what are the SQL versions and what are the Windows Server versions. Again, these servers should be on the tip of your tongue. Very, 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 very important. Very basic thing, very basic things. Okay, so we have these kind of versions. These are the SQL Server versions and these are the Windows Server versions. Any questions, please? Yes.
Shanmugh,
Yes.
hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you are going to share this learning notes as well, right?
Yeah, I'm going to share you the notes. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. I'll share you.
okay, okay.
Fine. Right. So I told you, right, till SQL Server 2016, we have to use only Windows operating system to install your SQL Server. Okay. From 2017 onwards, it's a platform independent. SQL Server 2017 you can install on Windows operating systems, and we can install on Linux operating systems also. We have different kinds of operating systems. We have Windows operating systems, we have Linux operating systems in the market, we have Mac OS operating systems, Ubuntu. Okay, lot of different Unix, lot of different operating systems are there in the market. So up to SQL Server 2016, you can install SQL servers on any of the Windows operating system, either Windows desktop operating system or Windows server operating system. From 2017 onwards, why? Because Windows operating system, guys, do you know how much the cost of the Windows operating system and SQL server? Can you imagine? Can you guess it? How much would be the cost of a Windows server and SQL server? Just guess it. Just guess it. One SQL Server cost, how much it would be? Just guess. Just guess, right? You can guess it.
500,000 US dollar.
500,000, 2,000.
Maybe it's around 5 to 10 lakhs.
Very good. Okay.
6.
So it's more than 10 lakhs. One SQL Server cost around 14,000 to $15,000. Means in Indian currency, it would be 13 lakhs to 15 lakhs. One SQL Server cost, just one SQL Server software cost it is. Imagine Windows Server cost, how much it would be. Okay, very costly. Microsoft products are very costly. The one which you are using in your laptop is also very costly operating system. But we are using from like different parties and all. We are not using the original copies. Okay, completely pirated copies and all we are using. Okay, so sometimes they will give you once you bought the laptop, and the support is also going to over, but we still use the same operating system. But operating systems are very costly. Not only operating system, your SQL Server is also very costly. One SQL Server license cost is 14 to 15 lakhs Indian rupees and $13,000 to $15,000 depends upon your requirement. So very costly. Only one SQL application. Now imagine, then imagine the Windows operating system, how much it would be. Same, it is also same. So on an average, you have to spend 25 to 30 lakhs to maintain one server. Just to maintain one server, you have to spend this much of amount. Okay, so later there is a huge competition from the Oracle. Oracle you can install on Linux operating system. Linux operating system is free, guys. Everyone can use it, but they are going to charge for the support only. They won't charge for the software. They will charge for the support. Linux people charge for the support. So there is a huge competition from the Oracle. Then Microsoft introduced SQL Server 2017 on Linux operating systems. But don't worry, no need to learn this Linux and all. Okay, it was not so famous. 2017 was introduced on Linux, and 2019 is also introduced on Linux. But those two versions are not so famous. So now no one will ask you like, you know, how to handle Microsoft SQL Server on Linux operating system. No one will ask you in the interview. Okay, so we are going to work on the Windows operating systems only, especially Windows Server operating system. We are going to use Windows Server 2012. Okay, I'll set up Windows Server 2012 and Windows Server 2016 also. We are going to use in our practice, we are going to use Windows Server 2012, Windows Server 2016, and for SQL servers we are going to use SQL Server 2017 and 2019. These are the latest versions, right? So we are going to install 2017, 2019, and we are going to install Windows Server 2012 and Windows Server 2016 as an operating systems. Right, so later from SQL Server 2017 onwards, you can install the SQL Server on Windows and Linux operating systems. Okay, so which is platform independent. Up to SQL Server 2016, the platform is dependent. You have to either use the desktop operating system and server operating systems. Okay, from 2017 onwards, it was a platform independent. Right. Okay, so let me start discussing these three terminologies: CTP, RC, RTM. What is this CTP, RC, RTM? CTP means Community Technology Preview. Right. So we are all experienced the corona pandemic situation, right? So we got the vaccine. Okay, so vaccine directly came into the market, or we have any tests before coming into the market? Lot of tests, right? Phase 1 test, phase 2 test, lot of tests we have for the vaccination, right? And earlier, in case government of India want to start any project, first they will go for pilot projects, right? They will face all the challenges. They will came to know what are the challenges in the pilot project, and they will modify the particular process and all. And then once it was completed, once they fixed all the challenges, then they will try to, okay, what we can say, they will try to start the project across the India, right? In the same way, if Microsoft wants to introduce any new version of the SQL Server, till now we have SQL Server 2019, right? Imagine Microsoft wants to introduce 2022. It's already 2021, right? So Microsoft wants to introduce a new version called 2022 SQL Server 2022. So directly they won't release that software into the market, guys. Okay, first what they will do, they will release a test copy of that software. Okay, they will release a test copy of that software. The first test copy of the software is called CTP, Community Technology Preview. Everyone can, like, community people, mostly community people will get the download link to download that software. Everyone can become a community members of Microsoft. You can also can become a community member. You can simply join as a Microsoft community, so that whatever Microsoft products are there, in case they are going to release new products, as a community member you will get a early access, early birds. Okay, you are all early birds. Okay, so you will get access earlier than public, so that once Microsoft introduced any new version of the SQL Server, they will first introduce to the community people a first test copy. Okay, then people, like, people will be there, right? DBS and all will be there, a lot of interested people will be there. They want to see what kind of features it is. Okay, like giving with the 2022, they will install and they will check it. They will find, if they found any bugs and all, they will inform to the Microsoft team, and Microsoft will fix all those bugs. Then finally they will release the second copy called RC, released candidate. Okay, they will introduce one more copy called RC. This is also test copy. Okay, this is also a test copy. Again, Microsoft will release this test copy to the community people. Again, they will install and they will check, in case of any bugs are there, they will welcome all the bugs. Microsoft team will welcome all the bugs, and finally they will fix the issues. Okay, finally they will fix the issues, and a refined copy of the software will be released once all the bugs are fixed. Then a refined copy of the software will be released after completing all these tests. That is called RTM, released to market. These two are free only. Okay, you can install, you can download, you can work with it, but remember, you cannot install these two on production environment. It's illegal. Okay, you cannot install these two on a production environment. It's illegal. Why? Because free softwares you cannot use it on a production environment. Means if you are going to use free softwares, he is going to lose almost all 30 lakhs, right? 30 lakhs of rupees he is going to lose. So who will give you for free, right? So that's why it's illegal to use free softwares on production environment. So you cannot install these two on production servers. Okay, you can only install RTM copy on a production servers. RTM means released to market. Okay, simply it's also a first software. Okay, so 2022, imagine 2022 is there, right? SQL Server 2022, the first paid version of the software is called RTM copy. The first paid version of the SQL Server is called RTM copy, right? So that you can download, you have to pay to the Microsoft, you have to pay the money to the Microsoft, then finally you can install on a production environment. Okay, so don't think like who will check everything. Okay, in the companies, okay, Microsoft will go for auditing. Okay, you have to pay each and every penny to the Microsoft in case if you are using any software of Microsoft. If you don't pay, they will run, they will come for the auditing every year. They will come for the auditing for every company, and they will verify how many operating systems you are using, how many databases you are using, how many SQL servers you are using. And if you are not paying properly, you will have like 2 times 3 times penalties will be there. You have to pay the fines 2 times 3 times fines and all. Okay, otherwise they will go for the legal action. Who will check, sir? I will use it for free. Nothing. No, you cannot do that. Okay, companies has to face legal challenges in case if you don't pay the money, right? So RTM copy means the first paid version of the software is called an RTM copy. We are going to use this, we are going to use this RTM copy to install the SQL server. Okay, right. So let me connect to my server once. I'll show you how SQL server will be. Srinivas, how can we download it for practice purpose? Okay, I'll give you the downloadable links. Okay, you can get it from the Microsoft website. Okay, they will provide the downloadable links. You have, okay, see, you cannot download RTM. Okay, we have different editions in the SQL Server software. Okay, standard edition, enterprise edition. Enterprise edition is costly. Okay, you have to pay the money, but standard developer edition is are free. And developer edition is free, standard is not free. For SQL Server 2017 onwards, the developer edition is free. I'll tell you, I'll explain again how to download it and all. Okay, so don't worry about it now. At this point, it will be difficult for you. Okay, I'll explain again. Right, so let me first start my server. Okay, I'll tell you how to configure this server and all. Let me show you how SQL Server will be. Okay, I'm going to use Oracle VirtualBox software for throughout the course. Okay, come on, these are using, okay, okay, no problem. Okay, let me connect to the existing instance. Okay, so this is how you can see the servers. Okay, this is one SQL Server, right? Let me disconnect this instance. We are going to call instance. Server is called an instance. Don't think instance is a separate word. Instance. Okay, one SQL Server is called one instance. Okay, we will not call servers as servers, we will call it servers as instances. One SQL Server software is one instance. Like that, you can install multiple instances in a single Windows server. Okay, I'll tell you at the time of installation. Right, the meeting is going to close now. Let me reopen the meeting. Please join with the same meeting link. Okay, immediately try to join so that we can avoid the like wasting the time and all. Okay, let me close the meeting and let me reopen the meeting.
Okay, Shamma.